Bitcoin is sitting at $67,000 right now, and the fear ingredient index just printed around an 8 on the scale. That is in fact extreme fear, guys. And I want to show you exactly what this means for Bitcoin heading into the next week, because the chart is telling us something very, very different. Not only that, but today is one of the last few days of March, and we could potentially make history here for Bitcoin, having 3 consecutive monthly red closes for Bitcoin, which of course would be the worst Q1 in Bitcoin's history. Of course, March is all red. We've seen it, we've heard it. It's been a horrible month, the same as January and February. Hopefully going into the next few months and going into Q2, we can in fact see better things from Bitcoin. In today's video, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about different charts, different things. It's a really interesting video. I want to sum up exactly what's happening in the market right now and how potentially 60K could be where we are going next. I want to talk to you about this in today's video, guys. As always, sit back, relax, and get ready for the video. All right, guys, before we do in fact go into the charts, I do want to give you a quick reminder that I am in fact not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy called Jack in his room making videos about crypto. And of course, if you're in the UK, USA, or UAE, please do not watch or engage with my content. So before we do take a look at the charts right here, I do want to share something very quick, because you can actually copy my exact grid bots right here. If you go to the website copymybots.io, it will be linked down below as well. You can see exactly how these bots work. You can track exactly what bots are doing what and copy them right from here and answer all the questions right there. So go down below and check out exactly what is happening. So let's take a look at Bitcoin, because right now we are currently trading at about $67,738. Honestly, not the best. Could be a lot worse, of course, considering how bad this year has been. However, we are in fact sitting in some kind of a bear flag structure right here. We can see the pole right there. We can see this beautiful flag right there. And then we can see we even broke out down towards the lower end of this bear flag structure. Of course, it's not good. We did get rejected from this key zone right here. If I can remove this, we did get rejected from this key zone right here, which is around $72,000. And there is in fact some kind of a small range right here, which honestly we really just need to break if we are going to in fact form higher. Of course, it's a fact. If we don't break that zone, we can't go any higher. However, we do keep getting rejected from that zone, and it keeps pushing us back down to the lower level of this flag. If we are, in fact, going to break down below this flag, and again, right here, as I'm filming this, we could, in fact, get rejected from this level down, push towards the downside. The next level, which I am, in fact, looking at is, in fact, this 60K level. I know it's not the straightest line I've ever drawn, but you get the picture. Down to the 60 level right here, I am, in fact, watching. And below that, we do in fact have the 54K level as well. Just a little bit below this 60K level is the 200 weekly moving average. And it could push us. It could bounce us back to the upside. Who knows? Only time can tell. But things in the market right now are definitely not looking so good. If we do lose this 200 weekly moving average right there, which we can see, we will in fact hit the 250 or the 300 or the 350 moving average, which are all the way down from 55K all the way down to about $40,000. So if we are to break to the downside, I think 60K is the next target, in my opinion, the lower level right here. If we were to push back to the upside, again, around 72K would be my target. And again, if we can break out of this 75 to 72K range right here, break out, have a couple of daily closes, and then push to the upside, then I would be absolutely over the moon. Of course, that's not happened. We have not done that. And of course, it's looking a little bit bearish. So I do want to quickly, again, guys, talk about my bots, because honestly, trading right now is an absolute minefield. And to have a bot which is fully set up by someone like myself, and in fact, just simply one-click copy, and it trades when you're asleep, when you're awake, when you're at work, it trades all the time. So that's why I'm trying to get more of my trades automated this year in 2026, rather than manually, in fact, trading them myself. I think it's going really well. On a couple of bots now, I've made a few $100s profit, and I just started them not so long ago. So the website tells you exactly what you need to do. You just sign up using Pinex right there. It's completely free. Then you go ahead and claim your deposit bonus. And I believe right now there's up to $1,000 deposit bonus. You then go ahead and activate your bots. You just click here. It takes you to the bots, which one you want to do. You check if it's in the range, lower and upper, the status, it's in range right now. How many grids it has, the minimum capital. So different bots require different capital. Obviously, there is different fees fees and different structures for each bot. So they require different capital. Don't just choose the one that has the least fees because it's Dogecoin, because of course it's more risky to trade a meme coin. But to have exposure to that on a bot is of course good. I'm running all of these bots. You can run all of them as well yourself if you wanted, or you can just run a couple. But in my opinion, I really want to go into more bots this year. I am actually also in a trade on weeks. I know I said mostly I'm doing bot trades. Of course I am, but if I see a good opportunity, I will in fact enter a trade manually as well. So I entered a short position on Bitcoin with around about $10,000 over on Weeks Exchange. And we can see I'm currently up around $650. It's not a crazy profit. I ended up here at 72K and now we're down at 67. I think potentially if we are in fact looking at the chart, it could be, if we do go up to these price levels up here again, it could be worth just putting a little bit of a short position right there, because this looks like some form of a local top. And in my opinion, it's worth my risk appetite to go ahead and put a little short in there just to hedge in case we do really see a crazy dump towards the downside. So a little trade there over on weeks. If you do want to trade on weeks, also the links are down below as well. I want to talk about the crypto fear and greed index right here, because honestly, it's looking crazy. We're seeing 8 out of 100 right now, and last month it was 11, and it's been stuck in single digits now for the past week and also the past months as well. Very consistently. So these months have historically been very bad for Bitcoin, of course, but if we look back in the past, any time where we've seen some kind of massive, if we go here on the maximum scale, anytime we've seen some kind of massive, not sell-off, but a massive decline in the fear and greed index down in single digits, these have just historically been an absolutely massive buying opportunity. Of course, you know that. You're not stupid. Probably if you're watching this channel, you've been in crypto for a while, you know that these buying opportunities are great. Does it mean that because we're at these levels that crypto won't dump even further? Of course it doesn't. The fear and greed index could be at 5 and the Bitcoin price could dump 20%. Of course that can happen. It's completely normal, and it doesn't mean that it's a bottom. It just means that in this range, this vicinity, it's extreme fear and extreme panic. And of course, as Warren Buffett said, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. So that's exactly what kind of steps I am trying to follow. In the start of the video, I was in fact telling you about this Bitcoin monthly returns. So if Bitcoin doesn't bounce back by the end of this month, which literally we have today and tomorrow, basically until the end of the month, we're going to see 3 consecutive red months for Bitcoin. And it's the first time this has ever happened in the history of Bitcoin. And it will be, quote unquote, the most bearish Q1 in Bitcoin's history, which definitely isn't great in my opinion. And honestly, it's going to set a precedent for the year, which maybe isn't so great. However, when there are red times, it's a great opportunity to, in fact, be buying. I do want to talk about this as well, because this is the FTX comparison right here, posted by the House of Crypto, a nice friend of mine. He posted a really cool chart on Twitter showing that FTX, the crash took 51 days of chop before it did in fact begin its recovery. So now we are currently 51 days from the 6th of Feb when we had that 59K Bitcoin low. We are already 51 days. And as of this line right here, you can see, so what is going to happen? Are we going to see some kind of a recovery forming in the next few days as compared to the previous 2022 FTX crash? When it happened, it took 51 days. Of course, because it happened then in 2022, it doesn't mean it's going to happen now in 2026. Of course it doesn't. However, we can only go on the data which we have. And I think it's pretty interesting, to be honest. I want to talk about this as well, because when I saw this, I was honestly shocked. And probably you are too. If you know anything about Polymarket, it's a betting site. You can bet different things on real world events. And this bet right here, will Bitcoin dip to 45,000 by December 31st, 2026? 54% of people said yes, there is in fact a chance. There is a chance of this happening, which is absolutely ridiculous. It jumped from 45% up to probably a peak of around 56% right there. And honestly, the probability of this being up 7%, which it is right now, is crazy, because yeah, 45K is really low. I think if we did go down to 45K, already many people, me including, probably you as well, are feeling the pinch right now because of what's happening. It's absolutely crazy. However, 45K is roughly 33% lower than we currently are right now. And then Bitcoin would be down, testing the 350-week moving average. This is a weekly moving average, which I think nobody wants to test. And honestly, I think it really could be giving some kind of bottom signal right now, in my opinion. Also, I want to take a look at this as well, because the M2 money supply, do you remember when everyone in fact believed 100% that the Bitcoin M2 money supply was correlated, sorry, not the Bitcoin M2 money supply, the global money supply M2 was correlated to the Bitcoin price. And now look what's happened. The M2 money supply has, of course, continued pushing towards the upside, continued pumping, and now the Bitcoin price has in fact dumped. It did in fact look like it was correlated back here. Of course, there was many correlation times, and I never really said it was exactly correlated. However, it was moving in very similar levels. When the Bitcoin price went up, you check the M2 chart, and the M2 price also had previously gone up as well. Oil prices rising. Basically, we got bond yields climbing. We got the dollar index strengthening as well. Of course, the Fed are staying very tight as well. All these kind of things are making it very, very scarce for Bitcoin. And my overall view is that short term, I am in fact a little bit bearish now, guys. And long term, I am in fact bullish. So that is pretty much it for today's video, guys. Again, don't forget to go over to copymybots.io. You can go ahead and check out all the bots. If you did want to go ahead and join, you can trade without having the stress and worry of what's going to happen with your trades. You can just simply copy the bot right there and leave it. The ranges are well within range, so it's going to be trading all the time. If it goes down, if it goes up, it's going to be trading, so it doesn't really matter so much. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I will, of course, catch you in the next one.